Hey there, thank you so much for joining us for Startup Q&A. For this episode, someone asked a question of, I came up with the perfect, I'm laughing because it's funny. I came up with a perfect company name, but the domain is taken, so what do I do next? If this is your issue and an issue that's holding you up seriously, you might need to hold off on starting a company. This is like problem solving 101. But get that first part out of the way. But to actually answer the question, you can do variations of the word, right? So for instance, one of our smaller companies, which is a cleaning company, it plays off the word of Ren. And Ren is, I believe, the Hungarian. I think it's Hungarian. Is it Hungarian? It's a foreign word for the word clean. And so that was taken. So what we did is Ren.com was taken. So what we did was getren.com, which is basically like getclean.com, which we thought was a really cool play on words. So there are a lot of different ways that you can do it with Aria, our financial services agency. What we do there, especially on Twitter where it was taken, it was Grow with Aria. Is at Grow with Aria is our Twitter handle. So those types of things are really how we figured out the different types of names. KnowCap Interactive, actually I've been wanting to change that for a while if you go to our core website, but I honestly like it. And so I didn't want to change it. I like how it's knowcap.io. I've always loved the .io for interactive. I've always thought it was cool. And so those are just the different types of naming conventions. You can do .com, .co, .io. Aria is RIA.agency. That was something clever that we thought of. I really like, if you're a VC firm, .vc. I don't like .nets. That's just a personal preference. If I see someone with a .net, I think that they just weren't creative enough to get a .com. So I wouldn't recommend that, but there are so many different endings that you can use. And at the end of the day, it's all about brand building, right? So if someone has your exact preference for a .com domain name, you can still build a better brand than they can by using a different type of .com or .co or .org, things like that, or you could just use a different name altogether. Now, that said, please, if you run into roadblocks like this, think creatively. Go out and see what options you have to create a different type of brand, because if a .com domain name is holding you up, there are lots of really cool ways that you can flip that and make it work for you and honestly be better. Like I had a really cool name for a cleaning company, and Ren came to me and started looking up different languages, and getren.com was just awesome. I thought it was awesome. Another one was a garage selling service, was Easy Peasy. And that was really cool, but Easy Peasy didn't work, so it was Easy, and then Peasy had a Z in it, so then we just called the company Peasy with a Z. I mean, it was just like a cool, different way that we really changed and flipped different ways. I keep saying ways. It's a really cool and interesting fashion to flip different names. And I think that if you just look at it creatively, throw a bunch of names on a wall and see what comes down, I think that's a really cool way to do it, because at the end of the day, it's all about brand. It doesn't matter what you're called at the end of the day. I mean, Google, come on. Like, now that's a verb. Twitter, that actually makes sense for what it does. Zapier's the same. It makes sense for what it does. But Google, Yahoo, no one knows what a Yahoo is except for the chocolate drink. So there are lots of different ways that you can come up with new names and just make the brand so solid that people don't even flinch at what you have called your company. So that's my encouragement to you. I see it a lot when we work with advisors, naming firms. It really doesn't matter, just as long as you build a solid brand around the name. That's what's really going to matter at the end of the day. And I've heard some really cool names, and I've heard some really bad names that they turned into cool names, and I've heard some really cool names that have a terrible brand. So it's like, what's the point of having such a great name if you're not going to build a really good brand around it? So that's my 2 cents. Hopefully this helps you. Subscribe below. And if you are interested, wait till the last 5 seconds or 10 seconds of the video. You'll see a bunch of other videos. It's going to be on one side of my face. And you can also subscribe to the other side of my face opposite of the videos. One day I'm going to get the directions down, but even now I'm like, I think the subscription is going to go over there. Who knows? It'll be a magical choice. All right, have a good one.